Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Spidey64, and welcome back to yet another NASCAR 164 scale diecast review. And here for today's 164 scale diecast review, we will be here today to have a look at and review here today on probably one of, if not one of my most anticipated NASCAR one of my more highly anticipated race wins of the season. When after this race happened, I knew that immediately that this was going to be a diecast purchase from me. So let's not waste some more time and let's get into it. Here today, folks, we will be having a look at Daniel Suarez's number 9 Quaker State, Mexico City. This is Xfinity race, by the way. Daniel Suarez's number 9 Quaker State, Mexico City Xfinity race win version. And boy, oh boy, these titles are not getting any shorter. So let's go ahead and just get into it. Here's the box. Nothing else really to mention right there and all that good stuff. And here is a look at the diecast itself. So like I said before, this was one of my most highly anticipated race win diecast to come out of the year because, well, quite simply, first and foremost, this was, of course, obviously a very special moment for Daniel Suarez. Obviously, of course, winning in his home country, NASCAR, the NASCAR Xfinity Series making its return to Mexico City. Because keep in mind, when the Xfinity cars, or back then it was, I think, it was the Busch Series, the Busch / the Nationwide Series, which of course, obviously, that's now the Xfinity, now O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. It's had so many name changes, but point of the matter is, NASCAR's second tier series went to Mexico City years ago, and then of course, obviously, they come back, but obviously, of course, the Cup Series, of course, obviously came along with it, and overall, it was a really special weekend, and it is pretty unfortunate that it's not coming back this year, and hopefully maybe one of these few days it will come back, but that just remains to be seen. But point of the matter is, though, is that this was a very special diecast, or really a special moment. And I know that some people will say, well, it's a Cup driver winning an Xfinity race and all that good stuff. But, I mean, the point of the matter is, though, is that, hey, dude, and again, I'll say this before, I'll say it again. I really don't mind it when Cup drivers go down and run Xfinity or O'Reilly, because, I mean, hey, let's really kind of be honest here. I do think they make the races more interesting, to be quite honest with you. Plus, they make, plus this is also an instance where it makes it for a pretty unique diecast also, too. And plus, just to the people that just said that, oh my God, there was one comment, there was a post that said that, quote unquote, Taylor Gray allowed Daniel Suarez to win. It was from some dude named Ian Perez 48. He's a fucking idiot, by the way. So it's just stuff like that. It's just like, no, dude. It's just like, hey, look, I can kind of understand it, but this is just an instance where it's just such a special moment, dude, and all that good stuff. So, I don't know. It's just, it's just really annoying when people make a really, try to, make a special moment and just try to be so negative and all that good stuff and whatnot, sort of have you. So don't be like people like that. So anyways, though, take a look, though, at the car itself. Now, you might have noticed it's an all-black race car. And also, that's another reason why this race win's also very special. And that's because, so Suarez wrecked his primary car in qualifying. And it was really cool because he was going to be running a pretty cool Quaker State scheme. Like, he was going to be running a really cool looking Quaker State scheme, but then it got wrecked, he wrecked it. And then, of course, what's weird is that the NASCAR Xfinity Series does not allow, and I don't know why that is. I don't understand as to why they don't have them do the full wrap, because apparently the rule is that they don't allow them to wrap the backup cars, which is kind of weird. I think the only instance as to where a backup car was allowed to be wrapped was Justin Allgaier in 2020 at, not 2020, but in the Phoenix race in the fall. Before the championship race, he, of course, obviously had his primary, but then he wrecked it in practice. And actually, Brandon Jones wrecked his car, and there was also like a blacked out Menard scheme too. And this is one of the few only times where you do get one of those where you do get one of these blacked out backup cars, which I think is also really cool. But at the same time, though, I really wish Daniel Suarez would have won in that other scheme because, I mean, it's literally just a black car, but there are some interesting bits of detail and all that good stuff throughout this diecast, so that will make it up for it, and so forth. So let's not waste more time, and let's just get down to the sponsors here. So on the windshield banner, it just says Xfinity, and you do got the windshield wiper right there. Here is the Quaker State logo on the hood. Got number 9, Chevrolet, JRM, Simpson ARP, Sonunco, Goodyear Eagles, and of course, obviously, the Goodyear logo on the top of the wheel well. NASCAR Xfinity Series, Cosmotic, Holly SMD. Don't know what those logos are. NASCAR Race Car, Daniel Suarez. Got number 9 on the B pillar. You do got the American flag, safety clean. And now what's interesting is that on the other side, you do get the Mexican flag. And there's the Race Win sticker. Number 9, Quaker State. You do that, got the logos right there. Suarez, Junior Motorsports, Quaker State. You got right here, Du Copolito. That means my co-pilot. It's about as all the Spanish I'm going to say. Racing Electronics, Max Tools, Mechanic Wear, and then, of course, obviously you got Telcel, Fuel Insurance. Now, Daniel Suarez, he did run a Telcel sponsor car at Mexico City. I don't know if I'm going to pick up that diecast or not. I'll just have to see. And, of course, obviously, you know, we already know he has freeway insurance and all that good stuff. Exalta, I think I've already said that before. Yeah, it just says all that. Same stuff on the other side. And there's another look at the car if you want to see that. Now, in terms of the race win damage, hey boy, it's a pretty cool looking race win right here. This might be probably, and I don't want to say it because I might sound like a broken record, because this might actually be, in terms of the Xfinity cars, this might be the best race win for Xfinity so far, but we don't have too many Xfinity race wins out here, but I'll talk about that more here, but let's get down to the race win damage. Now, while this is an all-black race car, there is some significant amount of damage. You see right here, you got a piece of tape right there on the hood, and then, of course, obviously, you can see the front end a little bit is crinkled up right there. And then, of course, obviously, you got some crinkles and some body damage down there. Got a tire donut. Now, also what's interesting is that you do got carbon fiber details on different parts of the car. It's not really part of the race win damage, but it is something about the design that I noticed. You see some more damage right there on the side there. So that looks pretty good. You got, of course, obviously some on the back there. You got, yeah, then you got more right down on the side there. So pretty much overall, it's a really cool looking race win. Yeah, despite it being an all-black race car, which I know that's, I really do think the reason why people are going to be picking up this one, if this was offered as a standard diecast, then nobody would be picking it up. But then again, this is just not how things are supposed to go. But there you go. But in terms of Xfinity race wins, we've only really had a few. As far as I'm concerned, I think, okay, so we've had Austin Hill's Atlanta win. There was Eric Almirola's win at Phoenix, and then William Byron's at Charlotte. And I gotta say that all of them have some pretty cool details here and there, but I just kind of think that this one is probably the coolest one. But then again, there's a whole buttload of Connor Zilic race wins that will be coming out here very soon, so we will just have to see about that. So I guess with all that really kind of being said, though, I guess overall thoughts and feelings on this diecast. This is a very cool diecast, a very special moment for NASCAR to have Suarez win in his home country. And again, I know it's an Xfinity race, but hey, it's still a win regardless. And all that good stuff. So don't be like those people that try to make a special moment and just try to be so negative and all that good stuff. Just please don't be like those people. It's just a special moment just in general. So that is just something that I really And that's just, yeah, again, it's a special moment. So there you go. It was also really cool to also hear him speak, talking in Spanish to the crowd after the race. That was cool too. But definitely for sure. I mean, if you're a Suarez fan, hey, definitely pick this one up. Definitely pick it up. For sure. And any of you people that just maybe collect diecasts in general, I think this is one card you should have in your collection. And by the way, this won't be the last number 9 car that I'm going to be reviewing. So yeah, just keep a good an eye out for that. But with all that being said, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch all of you in the next video. See you all later.